highlands of Meru, Kenya. Miraa is more than just a crop. It is a way of life. For generations, this plant has shaped the culture, economy, and daily lives of the people who cultivate and trade it.
Wasee waligundua kitu moja muhimu sana. Wanaona kila mtu akwe na Miraa hata tina 2-3, sababu ilikuwa inaweka wasee wa zamani wakati hiyo, ikule inawaweka wakwe pile wasiwasi wakiwa wanaongea mambo ya kuunganisha jamii na kiutamaduni na mambo ya njanji ile ilikuwa wakati hiyo. Msee akikuya na yake na mwingine wanakaa wakiwa wananjanji, wanasikisa yaani ukombi wa binadamu. Hiyo ilianza namna hiyo.
Kama umekosea msee, hiyo Miraa ulikuwa na shuna, unatumana naye unamwambia nisamee.
When someone wants to marry a person's daughter, he introduces a bundle of Miraa in the Meru dialect called in Solo. Now, if that is always accepted by the lady and the family members, the marriage deal is sealed. That's how culturally Miraa becomes really valuable here.
Miraa, also known as kat, has been in existence for many years in Kenya, especially in Meru. Traditionally, it has been utilized in specific ceremonies, celebrations, and events, and has also been a major source of income.
Ukulima wa Miraa nisaidia sana kwa kumsomesha watoto. Nimesomesha watoto wangu 5. Nataka kupata pesa ya wakulima hiyo masamba ingine ambayo si iko mbali na hapa.
Wakaulia Miraa kambilio tauna.
Hiyo kulima imenisaidia economically, especially kujikimu kimaisha, kusupport familia yangu, watoto kusoma, kukura, kujenga mahali ya kulala, even to support the community.
Miraa inasaidia Wakenya wote, si Meru peke yake. Sababu Miraa wakati inaenda London tunasema serikali itavutie market inchi ya nje. Ilikuwa inaletea Mkenya foreign currency, pesa ya kigeni. Inatumika kwa Mkenya yoyote.
It has become a whole industry where very many people are playing into the business, even those who do not have it.
Kenya boasts a diverse range of Miraa varieties, including Miraa from Meru and Mogoka from Embu, each with its unique characteristics that influence its market appeal.
Miraa Mogoka can grow up to 5 meters. If left to grow, it can go up to 5 meters. But now because of biashara, because of business, they started cutting it into short shrubs, so that it is easy for them to harvest. The picking became easier because of the size. And therefore that is how now it turned out to be different from Miraa of Meru. Because the Meru people, they allow their tree to grow. Ours, we cut down to 2 or 2.5 feet or say 3 feet, where you can be able to pick while standing without necessarily climbing the tree.
Miraa is an important crop traded both locally and internationally. The local market is diverse, catering to Miraa consumers of various backgrounds, financial abilities, and individual preferences. These consumers have preferences for different grades of Miraa, which are determined by factors such as taste, aroma, texture, and freshness. Miraa cultivation is a tradition that has been practiced for generations of growers. Farmers cultivate the crop and attend to it to make sure they have a good yield. They do this through good agricultural practices.
Nimeelezwa na nimesomeshwa kutengeneza Miraa ama kuwa na usafi wa Miraa. Alafu mahali Miraa inawekwa chini, mnatandika ile ndizi. ile iko safi kabisa, mnafungia hapo. Hapo sasa mkifunga miraa yenu inafungwa, inawekwa kwa gunia, alafu kutoka hapo inaenda airport Nairobi, na ikifika hapo inakuanga fresh kabisa.
Harvesting miraa requires precision. Conditions must be optimal to ensure its freshness and effectiveness. There is always proper handling of the product after it is harvested to ensure that it is in good condition when it gets to the market.
Wale wanasuna miraa lazima wawe wasafi na wanasafisha mikono kabisa. Alafu ile kamba za kufunga naye lazima tuioshe kabisa, na ile mandisi ya kufunga naye tuhakikishe hakuna wadudu wako karibu, na tunaweka vizuri kwa gunia na tunasona karibu kwa meza. Tunatengeneza meza pale pa kusonea na kutandika.
It is advisable for miraa to reach the market as soon as possible since the product is fresh produce. Marketing and transportation of miraa from the farm to the marketplace is a delicate process that requires time, energy and adequate measures to ensure that the miraa arrives at the market fit for sale. In the markets, the value of miraa vary, and it is traded based on its quality and freshness, as well as the demand which these markets create for many economic activities. The economic benefits of miraa extend far beyond the market.
The muguka is not just a crop. It's not just a business. Actually, it's a lifeline for Embu people. Without it, we are done. It has made many families stable. Yeah, financially, economically, we are well up. And it has attached every sector in the county.
The miraa subsector is a vital component of Kenya's agricultural landscape, contributing significantly to the economy.
Miraa is one of the value chains that we are growing exports because we want to increase the volume of exports that we are earning from our agriculture, and miraa is key product in this in terms of trying to promote and diversify the markets and be able to reach further markets.
Despite its importance, the miraa industry faces numerous challenges.
Miraa as a crop also has had a couple of challenges. One among them is the unit of measure for miraa. Currently, the way miraa is handled is you have a situation now by the seller just has a bundle which you cannot tell what quantity or size or no standard unit of measure. Our desire is to have miraa just like any other product also sold in kilograms, so that you can weigh the product and then you have standard. This will ensure that farmers get a steady income and they are not taken advantage of. So we are looking at making it more purposeful. We also know the challenges that exist in terms of how it is transported, how it is handled, and as you listen to the national conversation with some of the counties having issues with miraa, we want to address this using the miraa regulations which are already in existence. We want to ensure that these regulations are enforced. For example, we want to have specific places where miraa can be sold, specific times that the miraas can be sold, so that again it is not consumed from morning to evening. These regulations exist. We want to sensitize the users more to understand that there are regulations, and if they are followed properly, then miraa, like any other product, will be consumed but with minimal disruption of the social life.
Through the regulations as provided in the crops miraa regulations 2023, we've been able to provide that the unit of measure for miraa is a kg. It's no longer getondo, so that at least our farmers are able to benefit and we minimize on exploitation of the same. The challenges that have been there in miraa largely won't be able to be addressed by the standards and the regulations, which actually I can say right now, we're in the business of sensitizing our value chain players or the industry players so that they can be able to know what the regulations provide and be able to implement the same.
Miraa sio dragi. Miraa unakula, unasikia vizuri sana na unakuongeza maarifa. Hata ukiwa dereva, wakati unaenda safari ndefu, ukitumia miraa, huwezi lala au kufanya accident. Unakuwa makini kwa barabara sana. Sana hakuna dereva wa mbasi ambaye anakula miraa au trela ambaye amewahi kufanya accident.
Understanding the limitations and opportunity with the Miraa business, the government through AFA Miraa, Pyrethrum and other industrial crops directorate has put in place various policies and measures to assist farmers in the country to support the sector growth.
There has been a lot of focus by the government, the main ministry, to allocate resources and other support systems. Like I would say that initially Miraa was not legally recognized, but now after the scheduling we embarked on a serious engagement to make sure we develop the regulations for this crop. Right now we can see it is more organized, it's more recognized locally, and we believe that scheduling has been able to bring the transformation that we needed, because like now with the standards we can be able to make sure that the issues of handling of Miraa, issues of safety, it means food safety, has been also been addressed, so that we are able to make sure that our Miraa products are able to access the local market and international market.
We need to ensure that these regulations are put in place, not just in terms of collecting the levies, but also putting order in the sector. We also expect that we even organize the farmers into circles such that this product then is handled in a way that other crops have been handled. Like the order that you have in tea, that you have in coffee, it is the same thing now, the order that we are now trying to put into the Miraa, both from growing to transportation, to export, to even the consumption.
We were able also to develop the Kenya National Workshop Agreement 2940, the KNWA. These are standard of the code of practice that we are really currently sensitizing to, to undo the asymmetry of information in terms of how we develop this crop, because we want Miraa to be organized in a way that we are able to say this crop is ethically trained, and we are able to win locally and internationally. We would wish to see that we have traceability systems or mechanisms so that we can be able to trace back from the shelf back to the farmer, just in case we were to recall any Miraa product in the value chain.
The future of Miraa cultivation, therefore, hinges on innovation and flexibility, with stakeholders now looking for ways and methods of adapting to these trends in the cultivation, processing, and marketing of Miraa.
We appreciate the conversations around Miraa, and we also want to promote it and have a value addition of Miraa crop. Recently, we had a conversation where even our researchers were able to exhibit what is being done. We had various universities, Kemri, Meru University, we had the University of Nairobi, and they are all speaking into the issue of value addition. Part of this value addition, we are looking at, can you have, for example, some form of juice? Do you have something else? Miraa also has medicinal values. Can there be extracts that then are able to help or be used in the production of medicines? So that it's not just a traditional chewing, but to be able to earn more value by doing better things in terms of Miraa value chain. And also, additionally, we also want to look at the markets. Can we diversify the markets where Miraa is currently going? We want to look at markets like Djibouti, we want to look at markets like DRC, we want to look at Israel, various international markets that we've not been to, not just the traditional Somali market. There's something we are supporting, the Miraa Research Institute, because this institute also will help in terms of going into research of value addition, what can be done into Miraa, how to control the pests that get into the farms. So the Miraa Research Institute, again, we expect it to come into use very, very soon, and it will be useful to the farmers, to the traders, and everybody in that value chain.
Miraa is not simply a crop, but an invaluable attribute of culture, economy, and identity we stand to embrace as the future unfolds. We must ensure that the Miraa value chain adapts while preserving tradition for the sustained good of all.